Dude, I just had a crazy idea. You should get into voiceover acting.
I was going to say the same thing.
No, dead ass.
Have you ever looked into that? I want to do the same thing.
My sister's getting into it. She like took a class and everything.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like already got a couple gigs like lined up.
What?
But
really?
Anyway, I'm for real. Like
Nice.
it's a really lucrative business.
What?
Anyway, I've
been trying to do that for ages.
I was on Discord with my friend, and you called me just really quick, and I was talking to you on speakerphone, and my friend heard your voice. And he's like, dude, like that guy sounds like he can hear you like on like Grand Theft Auto, like giving mission.
This is Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero.
Less Than Zero podcast. We're at episode 23, right?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Julian,
Let's say
Nile
yes.
right there behind the lens. And by the way, Justo was very adamant today. He doesn't want to be on camera because he didn't put his makeup on.
I know.
So,
I feel ugly.
ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to wait till next week. I'm
I
sorry.
ran out of my mascara. I'd give it to you.
Oh, man. Hey, lightweight, you would rock some like from mascara.
Dude, I've had
You would
girls
rock
tell
it,
me
bro.
that forever. Like,
Yeah?
Yeah,
You got the whole
eyelashes are really long.
He doesn't need
It'd
it,
be
though.
great.
Dude, you would rock some.
I don't need it.
You'd have a whole Johnny Depp pirate thing going.
I could.
With the bandana and the dreads.
Depp.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
I could.
Insane.
For Halloween, I was an Egyptian. It was back in like 2012, and this girl tried to give me like mascara. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Why?
I think
She just did a bad job?
She f***ed it up. She messed it up. All right, she messed it up, and I was like, all right, we're taking this mascara off. I like the idea of it, you know, the Egyptian, but anyway, it didn't work out. So
That's
all good.
anyway, not wearing mascara ever again.
Love it.
All right, let's get into it, man. Mascara free. We're going to talk about Bella Thorne. That's the big story for sure.
Oh yeah.
VMA picks, MTV VMA picks, music, movies, and these Amazon smart cards, and of course, Chadwick Boseman. So let's start it off, man. Let's go around the room. Highlights around the room. One thing, guys. How was the past week, man?
It was good. I just dropped a project, dropped
Yep.
an album.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Pretty happy. It's called VAV Day Volume 3.
Hell yeah.
VAV stands for Victory After Victory, which is my brand. I
Yeah.
usually have my hat on. And,
It's like your thing.
yeah, it's like pretty much my label, you know, in a sense. So, yeah, but I dropped it yesterday.
Congratulations.
Dropped it on the 28th, which is 828, which is VAV in numbers.
Nice.
Can I stop you right there and
Ooh.
give and just give context? Like for people that don't know, Nile is a up and coming artist, and so anyone that knows what it's like to be an up and coming artist, maybe check out Miss Vicky from last week. You know, it's a grind because as I've known you for. Sheesh, like 8 years or something off the top, and you've always been an artist and grinding even from the Arizona days. So just want to give context.
Hey,
you know what I mean? They're like,
appreciate
in
it.
case people are wondering.
Respect. And of course, all the links to your stuff will be below the
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just type in
So
at
everyone can check
Nile
it out.
Ross, and then you can go on Spotify, Apple Music, type in Nile Ross, and you'll find out my music.
Now, for people that don't know, like what you do, how would you, in a snapshot, describe exactly what you do as far as when it comes to like music? This is like an
man.
interview.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I'm like, oh, second.
Because we haven't really
interview
talked about your music on the podcast.
Yeah,
really.
but I don't know
Right.
if, like, let's be honest, no one knows who we are. We're nobodies, guys, but we're trying to represent you, right? So let us tell you who we are.
Word.
Right. I mean, for people that don't know or about my music, I would say that it's.
This is your
Let's just
elevator
say
pitch.
it's encouraged. This is my elevator pitch. I'm definitely not ready for. But anyway, I would say it's, you know, it encourages you to be the best of who you are and to, you know, appreciate who you are and appreciate your unique, you know, your uniqueness. And I feel that my music, I like to make fun music, you know, it's like, you know, making you think kind of music.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. I feel like is just different parts of myself.
What's that track I heard yesterday?
You heard Second Chances.
Okay, so if you, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but if you want to get a very good idea of who he is and what he stands for, that song right there. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's
Yeah.
definitely like I would say my mature self.
Mature self. There you go.
Of you know, of who I am. So
Nice.
yeah.
Love it.
yeah.
Okay.
People better check it out.
Yes.
You got to be more threatening.
Or at least you'll have a clear idea of who the person is. You ever like listen to artists and it's like, man, that's great, but I really don't, like, it's surface level, but I really don't know who you are.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
who are you?
Right.
Like, you ever hear that term, like, people will, I can't use that word, Ray, people will not mess with you unless they actually connect with you.
Right.
You know, and that's, to be honest, that's what we're trying to do.
Right.
Anyway.
That's facts.
Yeah, man. So highlights for me. I didn't mention this last week, but you know, I picked up a radio. It's like, so being out of work in radio is super tough. It's called being on the beach. So I picked up some part-time gigs from home, what you call voice tracking. So it's like basically you're recording a show, you're tapping into that radio station software and sending the show there.
Right.
And that's just kind of the future, man. Like that's technology. So, you know, on the flips, I mean, people say be thankful for what you have. I get it. But just me being super transparent, I'm like really competitive. So it's like I want more. Because I hate, and stop me if this is wrong to say, but I think I'm better than that. And I know we're in a pandemic, but it's like these part-time gigs I'm super thankful for, but they also don't pay like hardly anything at all. Right. So it's like full-time work for part-time pay. Again, very blessed to have it. It's not really the companies that I work for. It's more so I think the situation I'm in. I just want more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I just had a crazy idea. You should get into voiceover acting.
I was going to say the same thing.
No, dead ass.
Have you ever looked into that? I
Bro,
want to do the same thing.
My sister's getting into it. She like took a class and everything.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like already got a couple gigs like lined up.
What?
But
Really?
anyway, I'm for real. Like
Nice.
it's a really lucrative business.
What?
Anyway, I remember
been trying to do that for ages.
I was on Discord with my friend and you called me just really quick and I was talking to you on speakerphone and my friend heard your voice. And he's like, dude, like that guy sounds like he can hear you like on like Grand Theft Auto, like giving mission
But
directions.
Nile.
It's like, all right, like
No.
you know Julian's voice, like giving
Nile.
like
That's
mission
funny.
directions.
Guys,
Oh,
but-
no, even better, a radio show on Grand Theft Auto.
Dude,
you know, you listen to the radio.
That's a freaking thing.
How do you actually like get in people's faces? That's the hardest thing. How do you do that? Like, how'd your sister do it?
So I mean, it's just
Probably
like any, like
agencies
just
and stuff,
company
huh?
for there's agencies, there's
Okay.
like literally websites where they're like looking for voice actors for
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing as looking for a job. So you should definitely look into it. Like for real, because you're already using your voice. Voice acting is shit. I'm gonna get into it.
Hell
yeah.
I want to get into it. I feel like everyone's voice is unique, and
You know what it is, man? I guess I'm so used to, well, this is not a sob story, but I'm so used to saying no, thanks, or, you know, getting denied from everyone. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's like starting from zero, and I feel like that's what's going to happen. But
hell no, it's not starting for zero for you because you
no one
already can
cares.
talk.
No one cares.
What?
I'm just saying.
Man,
You
try
gotta be
it.
positive.
Give it a try. Be positive.
You gotta keep that
Get into
positive
voice
outlook.
acting. Get into voice acting.
Get back up on the horse.
Bro, like
I
my friend doesn't know you at all from a can of paint, but he's like that guy you're just talking to. He sound like someone.
Why from a
giving-
can of paint? Why?
I never heard
Never
that.
You never heard
I've
that?
never heard that
Can of
before.
paint.
He doesn't know.
Well,
you
wait,
from a
I
can
don't
of
know.
paint.
Like he doesn't
What
know
color?
the difference between you and a can of paint.
Oh,
Is that
Right.
the idea?
That's the idea.
Okay.
Okay.
From a can of
Is
paint.
it okay?
Right.
It's not like a race thing, right? It's not like yellow.
No.
Okay.
It's
That
definitely
would be
yellow.
like.
I'm just kidding.
That'd be like if
yellow
someone
paint.
says like, "What's that got to do
I'm just
with the
messing with
price of rice in China?" You ever heard that one? Where like
That's even more racist.
that one's more racist.
What's that have to do with the price of rice?
It's
No.
like because
It's fun
someone's
to
like
say, though.
someone's like, oh, you know, I had a good, I lost my shoes. So okay, well, I have some gloves. And then someone's like, what does that have to do with the price of rice in China? Like so.
I see what you're saying.
Anyway, my point is that my friend doesn't know you at all, but he like heard your voice and he's like, man, that guy sounds like he could be like giving missions at like on a GTA video game.
Okay.
I'm like, you're right. I totally see like, because if you play GTA, like you get a phone call and then
Yeah.
someone like, hey, we need you to do that. I can hear Julian totally doing that.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Justo.
Do it. Me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think of anything.
Well, the week before here,
What did I? Something happened.
I'll help
What
feed your
happened?
brain.
Any
The
fun
week
things on
week
Netflix?
prior, you had said that your zipper broke or something.
That happened a while ago.
Yeah.
My zipper broke and like it was open the entire day.
Okay, so what was the highlight this past week for you? Good or bad? Let's talk it out.
Let's talk it out.
Yeah, that's why we do this.
Honestly, the most interesting thing is that our prior guest, Miss Vicky, who was great on the podcast, hit me up and we're going to do a photo shoot on Wednesday. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh wow, she's gonna be busy on Wednesday.
She's going to be busy. Yeah.
because we're both. She's doing a photo shoot with you, and then Wednesday night, she's doing the Instagram like artist watch thing with me.
IG live.
That's going to be
right?
tight. I'm for sure
IG.
going to watch that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
she's-
it's going to be fun.
It's like I assume it's like an artist photo shoot.
Yeah, like a collab, basically.
Right.
She gets the pictures, I get to post the pictures, and then
Sweet.
hopefully if she posts it, she'll tag me in it, and then, you know, all of
Word.
her rich, famous friends will hire me to take photos,
So-
and I'll become rich and famous.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Justo's a photographer. We are looking for guests. You know what I mean? If you have a great story, we would love to potentially talk to you.
Right.
We have monthly guests, and if you come from a creative space or just really any space, and you have a great message,
Right.
we basically all just go around the room.
That's who I like talking to, is other artists.
Oh, she was so cool.
in either
she's
music
cool.
or whatever else. Like talking to people who try to make art their living is the most.
How about thought
fascinating
leaders?
thing. Thought leaders? Oh, thought leaders.
Oh, I heard that somewhere.
I heard
But no, seriously.
I heard th.
Well, no, but I
I
mean,
heard that somewhere.
I heard thot thought leaders.
But
That's what
how-
I thought you said.
yeah,
Right.
no, not thought.
That's what I thought
I
you
mean-
meant. I was like, what?
You never can be too sure with Julian. Like,
Yeah,
what
I'm-
about thought leaders? You mean
that's-
like Selena Powell?
But-
that's a thought leader.
I'm not against it.
That's the title of your next mixtape, Thought Leader.
But like leaders in their field, you know what I mean? I'm not against
yeah,
that
yeah,
either.
yeah, totally. Like
Yeah.
like people who are successful in whatever art that they're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting and see
Yeah.
how they got to that point.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, all right. Well, anyway, let's start the show, man. Bella Thorne. She's the big. She was a Disney actress
Bella
when she was
Thorne.
young, right? And she's done a bunch of movies. She's kind of like
Bitch, I'm Bella Thorne. Is that the song she did?
you would know more than me.
You
I
don't
have
know?
no idea, but
She
I
did
hope
a song.
that's not
I think
true.
that was it. She's like, bitch, I'm Bella Thorne.
She
no
is
way.
like
No way.
I
No way.
remember
I'm pretty
watching.
sure that's how it goes.
I remember watching her past interviews. She's a model. She's kind of like the anti-actress, right? She's like super cool, right? She messes with the Hollywood crowd, like the social media crowd. That's kind of who she is, right?
Yeah, you
And
can-
I'm only saying this because so people know, who don't know who she is, kind of gets an idea of who she is. She dated that dude Mod's son, who's kind of like, I don't know. He looks like a cross between Zac Efron and like
Oh, I did a show
Aaron
for
Carter
him
to me.
You did?
in Arizona.
Zac
Really?
Efron?
No.
Guy.
Mod's son.
Okay, sorry.
Really? Small world.
Zac Efron.
Mod's son went in on her on this OnlyFans thing, which we're gonna chat about in
He
a
went
second.
in on her?
Well, not like that. Wait, hold on. You mean like in or?
I'm assuming he already did that because he dated her.
Yeah, yeah. No, he definitely had some things to say, but I got some things to say about
He
that.
should have leaked some pictures.
Yeah. Well, that's for OnlyFans.
Well, let's give
she
him
owes,
some
She owes
context.
people.
She's
You
had,
know about it?
I know the story. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, the OnlyFans story?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Before we
It
get
is
into
hilarious.
it, does it matter that she comes from from what I understand, a difficult past?
Does
What's
it matter?
What's difficult?
Yeah.
No, someone's
She's had-
past has nothing to do with what you're doing now.
Okay, so
Right.
if you want, if you
Everyone
want,
has a difficult past.
Okay, well, she's had like she's been like sexually assaulted.
All these things.
Yeah,
She's
because I
been
started
she's
reading
open
more
with
into
stuff
her.
about that.
So this is the girl that basically started OnlyFans a couple weeks ago, and people are mad about it because like within a week, it actually was $2 million. So she got like a
So
million.
much money.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. When you have a platform and you're hot, man, it's like
That's
it's
it.
just so much easier, man. So within a week, $2 million, sex workers and people are just mad because they had to change, I guess, the whole system the way OnlyFans runs
Well, explain
now.
exactly what happened.
Well, she started in OnlyFans.
Well, she started OnlyFans,
Yeah.
but not that. So like she basically gave people, you could pay like, I forget how much it was.
$200.
$200.
She promised a nude.
subscribe.
And then you would get a naked photo of her.
Right.
And then the photo they got was her in like lingerie. So it wasn't a naked photo. So
Right.
people felt like she was they were ripped off.
Well, they were
They were ripped off.
They were ripped
were
off.
ripped
Yeah.
off.
Right.
Sure.
She's getting all this money, and now she's this just happened the other day. She apologized
Right.
to OnlyFans users, and I assume OnlyFans as well. But I mean, I have so
Like,
much to
you
say.
already collected the money.
Right,
Yeah,
you
for
already
sure.
collected
You
money.
already collected the bag.
It's already there.
Give the bag back then.
That's what I said. I said
Right?
I tweeted out, dude, if you care so much, you're rich already. I looked up her net worth. She's worth like $10 million. You're rich. Why don't you give it to a charity or something that matters?
I guess.
I'm waiting on her to hit me back.
Or give it back.
She's not.
You're waiting to get your $200 back?
I'm waiting for her to hit me back in the messages. But Nile, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like liars, so
For
Bella
sure.
Thorne, that's a lie to simps worldwide. You know, I'm
Yeah,
I don't really rock with that because I'm married. But to all the simps out there that felt like they were gonna get something, man, I apologize, for y'all. And Bella Thorne, she needs to face the consequences of her actions.
Do you
sure.
Yeah.
do you think that she said
Consequences
these are
of
her
action.
words? Paraphrasing.
So serious.
She said that her goal was to try and destigmatize the whole sex thing and women's bodies and things like that, and she was trying to use a mainstream face. She's the face to try to push this stigmatization through. Does that make sense?
She sounds narcissistic as hell.
Okay.
So she pretty much was like, I want to
She's an
be that
Instagram
famous OnlyFans person
Yeah.
that will change the way people look at all women. Like, stop. You're just another girl who's half naked on OnlyFans.
Here we
That's
go.
it.
let me
Your
just,
impression is spot on, by the way.
quote unquote.
No,
It
I'm
was.
studying.
So far, you got 2 main impressions: Will Smith and Bella Thorne.
Wanted to bring attention to the site. The more people on the site, the more likely of a chance to normalize the stigmas. So yeah, I mean, I don't think your opinion changes. My opinion doesn't change. But
I
here's,
mean, and what she did doesn't help her cause either.
That's what I'm saying. Like you did a quick bag. You wanted to capitalize
you
on
made
simps.
quick buck.
That's
That's
it.
it. Yeah. You can't go and saying this is a righteous cause. Like, no, you wanted some money.
Yeah.
People paid hella money for a naked photo, and you didn't deliver.
I wish celebrities would just be honest, man. Like, I mean, I swear, every
It's okay if it
celebrity,
was a
they
cash
always
grab.
turn it like into like they're doing it out of altruism. Like, oh, I'm doing it for you guys. Like, stop, you're trash.
You're trash.
You went to get a bag,
True.
and that's it. Just say, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I'm already taking my account off. Peace. Don't try and like flip it, because there's gonna be people that are gonna take it and be like, no, look, she's doing it for us. Like, stop, she's lying. I don't know why I can't.
I
stand
think people
celebrities.
have a problem just being honest.
For sure.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
it
why.
saves her image.
Always.
She wants to keep her image instead of looking like the opportunist that she is. So it's just
Now here's the thing.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but a good portion of me is like the people, the simps, as you say, the ones that actually bought and paid whatever they paid. Because I went on YouTube, some people paid. Not everyone. It's confusing because like online it says $200. Some people are paying $16. Either way, anyone that paid for this, it's kind of their fault. Like, it's your fault. You're stupid for doing it. I mean, but am I right? Like,
There goes a subscriber.
Yeah.
but no
There's
one,
at least one.
But guys, no one is forcing them to subscribe and buy what she's
sure.
offering.
But the part that makes it bad
And-
is that she was promising something but didn't deliver to it. That's where it
Right.
is. If you want to pay for someone's OnlyFans, by all means, go for it. And if you want to support that person, they're trying to make money whatever way they can
Right.
through sex work, go for it. But if you're not going to deliver on what you promised, then that's just you're being dishonest.
Right.
But it is a free
stealing.
country, right? It is a free country. People
Somewhat, but
well, somewhat.
Go
right?
on.
But in
Supposed-
this
supposed to
sense,
we don't want to dive into that.
at the time, the rules that applied with OnlyFans allowed her to do what she did. She just took advantage of the situation on base who she was. So again, I guess from my lens, it's like, man, I'm not that. I mean, I'm pretty stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Like, I would never buy anything from anyone on OnlyFans. So already there's a red flag for me.
Especially for $200.
or $10. I don't care if I'm the.
$200 is a lot.
I
man.
love Jennifer Love Hewitt, right? And
Word.
and she said, I'm gonna post a nude and it only costs $5. I would never do it because my red flags are up. It just sounds, the whole thing just sounds stupid to me. So like these
What
stupid
about
ass
sex
people,
tape? What if she's like,
I don't care that much.
I'm getting it in. Pay $5.
You'd pay
paying $5.
$5 for a Jennifer Love
Julian,
Hewitt sex
No, no,
tape.
is
here's
definitely
why.
throwing $5.
Here's why.
He's sending her Cash App.
Here's why. Part of me feels, I'm just being completely like transparent. Part of me feels like a loser to pay for anything. This is why I'll never pay.
I mean, a little bit.
Well, this is why I'll never pay. This is why I'll never. No offense, but I'll never pay for anything at a strip club. I'll go to a strip club. I'll watch, but I'll let my friends pay. But it's a loserish feeling inside to pay for something that has anything to do with sexual. Does that make sense?
It does.
A lot of people
Stripper
feel
might
that
be
way.
different. I
Strippers
understand.
is it's a touchy subject.
It's just how I feel. I'm not saying anything against
I
that.
think
It's just me
well, I mean,
personally.
you're going to a strip club, like they're your entertainment. That's why you're at the strip club.
I
What
go
else
there
are
for
you
the
there?
steak dinner. I go for the steak special. I do.
What
That
club is that?
That brunch buffet.
Can't name names right now.
Can't name
Shout out Pink
names.
Monkey.
Well, okay, as
Chicago.
a guest, just like you're supposed to
it.
buy like 2 drinks
Yeah,
minimum,
two drink
right?
minimum.
It would be.
I do that. I buy the 2 waters. But I'm not
Buy the
giving them
2
$10, $20. I'm not doing the lap dances.
You should get it. Like, you don't gotta do lap dance, but bring some ones.
You bring some tips.
Bring some ones and tips.
make
It's
a
just
little-
like servers. They're there. You're gonna
Yeah.
be looking at them. Okay, you came for the steak, but guess what? You're gonna look at. You ain't gonna watch the game in the corner. You're gonna look at
Her boobies.
People watching this are gonna think that I'm
chocolate
being a jerk.
22.
Half the time, more than half the time,
Candy.
most of the time, my friends are forcing me to go, so I'm just going just because to go with them.
You have to make a little house on stage made out of dollar bills. That's what you gotta do.
Okay. So anyway,
know,
back to OnlyFans.
anyway.
That's just me inside me
Okay,
personally. I could never
for
imagine
sure.
paying for that.
No, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't either. This would be a good system if I would say maybe 10 years ago, because porn is just so easy to access now.
Yeah.
For sure.
But like 10, 15 years ago, OnlyFans would be freaking lit. But now people are like,
You don't need
Nah.
to, and like you don't need to spend $200 to find a naked
Right,
picture of
okay,
Bella Thorne.
so
you can
I-
literally Google it,
exactly.
and it's there.
Right. So I'm like, I agree with Julian. Like, it is y'all fault for paying $200. It's kind of like similar to what happened a few years ago when those kids paid how much money to go to that island, and then it was like
Fire Fest.
The Fire Fest.
Man,
I saw a
that's
tweet
stupid.
saying like I got fire fested.
Right. Yeah, bro. With Ja Rule and everything.
And that one dude.
Right. And that was on Netflix. That was on
Billy something. I forgot his name.
all that.
Billy
they got
McFarland.
scammed.
Yeah.
But it's like
Super
one of those things. I'm like, bro, we know opportunity for us to even pay and to be in your situation, to be stranded on an island. So it was funny to like laugh at all the rich kids like doing that. It's messed up, but it's funny. And this one's like that. Like Bella Thorne, it's messed up what you did, but it's kind of funny to the simps who are really paying $200 for a subscription for Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Like, but it's Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm just gonna
Well,
say
she
it.
is
Don't
attractive.
say it.
She's really hot.
I
I mean, just
Have
so
you seen Thundercats?
Thundercats.
Have you seen the Skeletor?
Skeletor? No.
Like the original Thundercats? Is that
Original
your thing?
Thundercats?
why?
You know the villain, the Skeletor?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I'm not paying $200 to see Skeletor stripping.
Okay,
That's
so
hella
let
funny.
me just
I'm gonna keep it real.
going back to the beginning of the conversation. Just digging into her past a little bit. She's had a very difficult past. I'm not saying it's right. She didn't come. Apparently, she came from very like meager. You like that word, meager? She was poor. She claimed she was poor. She was sexually assaulted when she was young. So she's been through a lot of issues, and she definitely documents that in interviews. Does that play part in this? Does that matter? I don't want to say that. Does that make it right? But should we feel any other type of way because of her past, or no?
I don't think it's relevant.
Assuming it's true.
Yeah,
I don't think it's relevant. It's terrible, and it's obviously someone who's gone through things. That's a terrible thing.
Okay.
And and it's great of her to have been open and honest with it for other people who've been through the same thing. Yeah. But it doesn't correlate to what happened.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I thought so.
But I think I want to touch on the bigger issue is that like the simps were mad, but the simps are gonna simp anyways, right? But it's the
That should be
people
another
in the
t-shirt.
industry.
Simps will simp.
The simps will simp. Like
We
if
need to open
all
this-
else fails,
we need to
simps
open this merch
will
store.
simp.
Yeah.
They will put on the capes and they'll simp.
they're gonna do what they want to do, man.
They're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna just make that $200 later and spend it on Ruby Rose or something. But the issue is that the people that like work at OnlyFans that are like doing the $20 subscriptions, $30, $40 subscriptions, like what that does is Bella Thorne entering the space like mainstreams the space, kind of like South by Southwest.
Yeah.
South by Southwest was originated for independent artists, and then they started bringing bigger artists in, and then it turned into some one big like mainstream kind of thing.
Yeah.
When it was for like a small audience, and OnlyFans is for a small audience. OnlyFans is for sex workers to make money.
Yeah.
Like with what they're
Well,
selling.
it's not just sex workers, but yeah, I mean they
Sex workers, entertainers,
made it big, yeah.
Right? They definitely made it big.
Yeah.
Like when you think of OnlyFans, you think about sex workers.
Yeah.
But mainly, since we're talking about Bella Thorne, we're talking about sex workers because that's the people that she's taking the let's just say the opportunities for them to be successful from. So Bella Thorne, she doesn't need to be on OnlyFans because she's famous.
No, she
OnlyFans people, like, they are getting money because they aren't where they want to be specifically. I feel like if people had the money, they wouldn't do those things.
Yeah.
To an
She
extent.
just wants the bag.
But
Let's just be honest. She
I
just
mean,
wants
like
the
on an
bag.
independent level, and all these people are like, to me, it's like independent rappers that have their own app, and then it's like Drake coming in, and it's like, dude, Drake, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
already
yeah.
are Drake.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
It's like that.
You're not giving us a chance. I
Right.
get it. Yeah, yeah. It's it is what it is. It's kind of it sucks, but unless you change the rules, which is what OnlyFans is doing, then people are gonna keep doing things like this. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens going forward, right? So the right thing would be to actually, just like we talked about earlier, do pay that money forward.
Right.
That would be a good sign of her character.
Yes. Pay back all the simps and the workers.
Cool. Okay, let's talk about award shows. I know, what are those, right?
I forgot about award shows until
Yeah.
this. I was like, oh yeah, that's like a thing. People do
it's
that.
definitely not the same anymore. You know what I mean? With no crowds, and I never was. I mean, I'll watch them for the performances.
It's gonna be so like, how are they gonna do these like they're gonna have performances and stuff? Like, how's that? Are they all in their own like sound studios and give these weird quiet performances?
Yeah, so we're talking about the VMAs, which is going to actually air tonight. We're doing this on Sunday. Originally, it was going to be at the Barclays. They changed it, and I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know where it's going to be right now. Hold on. Hold on, let me see.
But they're having
where it's gonna be.
Yeah, well, it was going to be at the Barclays.
so, but like, who's gonna be there? Like, are all the artists? Because they always have like 15 performances at the VMAs because that's like their thing.
I don't
So
know.
like, are they going to have all these artists at this one place? Are they all going to be on their own? Are they all going to have like acoustic performances in their
question.
living room? Which is what I pictured.
You know what? I can't bring it up fast enough. So anyway, sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
But that's okay. I assume my assumption is it's going to be just not at the Barclays, not as fancy. Probably
they're
just,
gonna do a virtual background of the Barclays on
There you
Zoom.
go. Yeah,
I don't
on
know.
Zoom.
It's not going to be at their house. That's for sure. They're going to be in
a place.
in an arena or some very large, event center.
but like,
But with nobody in.
with nobody in it, it's just going to be them performing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's no crowd. No,
That's going to be so weird,
Oh,
right?
It's gonna
man,
be weird.
I can't wait.
Like they're going to finish singing and it's just going to be quiet.
It's gonna be
We'll
funny
see.
as hell. Twitter's
It's going to
gonna
be weird.
clown them
For sure.
It's gonna be great.
That might be more interesting than the actual artist. But
It
I mean,
will.
there's a lot of artists that are performing. Do you guys care about? Let's go through the line. BTS, Ariana Grande,
Okay.
DaBaby. I'm not naming all of them because there's a lot. Jack Harlow, up and comer. Doja Cat, Miley Cyrus, someone named Lady Gaga.
Oh.
I heard about her.
Yeah,
Up-and-comer.
those are some of the main ones.
Definitely.
Ariana Grande, I will say, she's really good live. I mean, despite
She seems like she would be great live.
great singer.
Yeah, Ariana Grande. Yeah.
Is there anyone there that
Don't have anything negative to say about her.
is there anything?
For sure.
Do you care about any of these artists at all? Jack Harlow.
I think he's a good rapper for sure. I haven't listened to his music, but
I've
heard
actually
his
never
flow.
heard of him.
Yeah,
He does
he's
what's
Am I
Yeah.
not plugged into the to
Probably
to
not.
the
It's
world?
okay.
I would say like on a spectrum, you probably like got a 2.
Am I under a rock?
But
Am
the
I
fact
living
that
under
you
a
know
rock?
about the Bella Thorne thing, I guess maybe that thing
bizarre.
just blew up.
It did blow up. Well, I'm tuned into a lot of like.
But Jack Harlow's still like, you wouldn't know him like that. He's got like one hit, but you have to be like in the hip hop space to like
Well,
really
it's
hear
played
it.
on mainstream radio stations, including our
I'm
station.
I've probably heard it, but I
Yeah.
just
What's
didn't know who it
poppin'?
was.
Blah, blah. Okay. Anyway, it's all good.
He's a white boy rapper.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
got
but
it.
he can spit though. He's from I think he's from
Louisville.
Louisville, right?
Hey.
Louisville. Yeah.
Yeah.
Louisville,
So
Louisville.
couple categories. Maybe we'll just run through them for fun. Artist of the year. This is tough, man. DaBaby, right? Artist of the year. DaBaby, Bieber, Lady Gaga.
Bieber. He didn't do nothing.
Bieber,
Yeah.
I mean, he came out with a couple.
He's got that song with Ariana. He did Intentions this past.
Ariana Grande.
Yes. Stuck on You.
Sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah, just so
I'm,
you guys
I'm
know,
so
he's
used to
not
hearing Ariana Grande together. Like,
You're
when you say
like,
Ariana
who?
by itself, like who the fuck is Ariana?
So Bieber, Intentions, Lady Gaga, DaBaby, Megan Thee Stallion, Savage, Post Malone, The Weeknd. What do you guys think? Who do you think would take Artist of the Year?
Oh man.
It's a tough.
DaBaby or Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm gonna go.
Probably
Meg Thee
Meg Thee Stallion
Stallion
because she got shot in her foot. And I don't know. I want to support her.
You don't
And-
think it's just
But
because
Bieber,
And she
all of
had-
them have
she had a lot
already
of-
won a ton of awards. Like,
Yeah.
hey, why are they even? I just feel like this is
It's
like
for
a
the
job.
current. It's for the current music that they put out for the
Yeah.
year.
I
Niall.
think Meg
I
Thee
get it.
Stallion had more like made more of a splash this year.
Splash
than anybody
musically
else.
and also just like
Just
in-
like
She's
socially,
definitely
yeah.
the best artist of this year. For
okay.
sure.
So we're gonna. I think
Especially
we're all-
after that WAP song.
Yeah.
that's not in there.
But, like, that
for
made, like, a
Artist
big-
of
I
the
know
Year.
that, but I'm just saying like,
But
it's
it made a big
including.
impact.
Yeah.
It made a big impact. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go Megan Thee
she'll
Stallion.
win it. She'll win it.
Yeah, Artist of the Year. I agree for Artist of the Year. Song of the Year, Billie Eilish, Everything I Wanted, Doja Cat, Say So,
Hell
Gaga, Ariana, Rain on Me, Roddy Ricch, The Box, Post Malone, Circles, Megan Thee Stallion, Savage. That's
I
it.
like Post Malone more, but I think it'll be Meg Thee Stallion again.
Wait, what song did Post Malone drop?
Circles, you said?
Circles.
That feels like it was
That's
ages
the,
ago.
That was what I'm saying. Like what?
That feels
out
like
a-
it was so long ago.
that's
when that song came
that's
out.
that sad song, right?
Yeah.
That's
a good song.
He
I love
puts
that
up
song.
a lot of music, I will say. His music is...
Post Malone? Oh yeah.
I think
for
he's a great artist.
But like that feels like it was ages ago.
Yeah.
You wanna
that
why?
was ages ago,
You wanna
bro.
why?
Because of the
I bet you if I
because
Google
this
it, it
year
says
lasts for fucking
2017,
ever.
bro.
But radio stations play the hell out of it too. That's why.
Right.
So it's like it's burned out in your
I'm gonna
ear.
Google that real quick. 'cause, like,
Who do
that
you
feels
think
like it
is
was
going to
long
take
ago.
Song of the Year? I'm going to start. Definitely, just based off Song of the Year, Doja Cat, Say So. TikTok made it famous. It's freaking everywhere. That dance is everywhere. Doja Cat, Say So for me. How about you, Niall?
I say hell no to Doja Cat.
But I
Wait,
think
no,
she-
no,
I
hold
think-
on. You mean personally, or I'm talking about the song?
I think she'll win. They'll
Both.
win though.
Okay. Do you think she deserves?
I don't think
to
she'll
win.
win, and I don't think she deserves a win.
Okay.
Circles
For real?
came out in 2019, which sounds like
Probably like in
so long ago.
January.
So who's going to get Song of the Year?
I would say
I think Meg.
Savage. Savage had. You said Meg.
I think Meg. Not saying that she deserves it or I like her, but I think she made a big
That
splash
Savage
last year.
song blew up on TikTok more than that Say So song by Doja Cat for sure.
It's a good point.
See, I don't know how they gauge things, but I just know that
Purely
I
on
started,
TikTok.
Yes. And more importantly, everyone's doing the dance still.
Yeah, the Savage dance was definitely. I remember seeing it. I've
No,
never
not
seen
the
this.
Savage dance, the TikTok Say So dance.
Yeah,
Both of
no,
them.
I've never seen the Say So dance, but I've seen the Savage dance
You never
all
seen-
over my Twitter.
You never seen the girls go? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's not how
Hell
it goes.
no.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm on
hell
TikTok
no.
all the time.
Haven't seen that.
Okay.
But Meg Thee Stallion, I'm not on TikTok. So I'm just saying, when you make stuff on viral from TikTok, go on Twitter and everything else, to me, that's what matters.
That's what's
so I
crazy.
think Meg Thee Stallion's going to win.
And that's the crazy thing too. Like, because of TikTok's the main reason these songs are as popular as they are.
Absolutely, dude.
Right.
People-
wild. 'Cause people use them.
Dancing in and be going viral.
Yep.
Crazy.
Okay. There's too many categories. I'll do the last one, which is Song of the Summer, because there's so many. It's a difficult decision. Blackpink, K-pop artist. WAP, Harry Styles for was it Watermelon Sugar?
Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah.
I
Ugh, that song gets on my nerves, man.
Hey, I'm a biggest Harry Styles fan.
Oh, are you?
No, wait, not the biggest, but I'm a Harry Styles fan.
Khaled and Drake, Pop Star, Doja Cat again, Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa did a lot too.
Yeah, she did. Savage, of course.
I haven't even heard.
Miley Cyrus, Pop Smoke, Sweetie, Tap In, Taylor Swift.
It's a lot of songs.
The Weeknd, and there's one more artist. We're not.
Ooh, The Weeknd too.
Yeah, and we're not gonna.
What song did the Weeknd drop?
Oh my gosh,
Blinding
I don't
Lights, right?
Blinding Lights.
That shit
Yeah,
was everywhere too.
and there's one more artist I'm missing, but he's not gonna win, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say Song of the Summer, WAP.
It just came out though. Well, I mean, I guess it's
in
it's
there.
been
Hold
summer.
on.
It might win.
It'll probably win for Song of the Summer.
I guess
I'll take that.
I would be happy for Meg.
Yeah, you'd be happy for her. I feel like she's gonna win all the categories that she's
That's
nominated
what,
for.
I mean, to me that makes sense. I mean, she's definitely the most talked about artist this
for
year.
sure.
Unless I'm wrong, I mean,
did a lot.
it's in there. If it's in there, I'll tell you what.
I mean, if it's in there, it's
No,
in
yeah,
there.
I believe it.
Well, hold on. Let's just say, just for argument's sake, let's just say maybe it was a typo, whatever. Let's say it's not in there. What's
definitely in
your
there.
second pick?
I
Let's say
forget,
WAP
what-
isn't in there.
What was the first four you said?
Blackpink, WAP, Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar, Khaled and Drake's Pop Star, Doja Cat, Dua Lipa, Beyonce, and Meg Thee Stallion, Savage, Miley Cyrus. It's a lot, man. Pop Smoke, Sweetie.
They might
Taylor
give it to
Swift.
Pop Smoke
No.
because he passed away, man.
Well, I know. I get what you're saying. Maybe he deserves it, but I think it's gonna. I just don't think it was that big, like on a mainstream level. I think it's gonna go to Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah? You
Watermelon,
think so?
Watermelon Sugar.
Never heard
I
that
don't
song.
like the song, but it's just such a big hit, like on radio and
People
just
love
I see,
it.
And I see all these memes, like on.
So like I guess my thing with radio is like,
Yeah.
how do you know it's a hit though? Like if all the labels and everybody they make you spin it.
It's a hit because they said it's a hit.
well, hold on.
what I'm
Hold on.
Well,
It's
Well,
not-
reaction, demand.
Right.
I mean, obviously.
where did it begin?
Social
though?
media stuff is a big thing.
Harry Styles is like an artist that like he drops it goes on the radio regardless.
Well, hold on. You're right about that.
But it stays there for a long time.
It's twofold. I don't want to get too technical because I'm not a music director, but it's like categories, right? So they have like powers, which are songs in power rotation. It's played every 50 minutes, every 55 minutes. So they have to have the room for a song like that. I mean, a record rep still has to sell the artist. You're right. Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. You don't have to sell him.
It's probably easier. It's an easier conversation. It's an easier conversation. But if it's a dud and the song doesn't react, they drop it. They really do, Nile. They really do drop it.
I understand.
There are
that.
songs by popular
But
artists that just don't land and then
Yes.
they go away after a while.
I know, I get that. I understand that part. But to me, I guess what makes it a hit is the fact that, okay, it's a decent song. Now let's spam it on every radio station. It's like people can't help but like eventually like the song, even if it's annoying.
No. It's got to
It's
react.
called brainwashing.
No.
man.
They actually they do studies on it. It's got to react. And also a lot of managers, PDs, program directors, they don't automatically, a lot of them are smart. They don't just automatically add it. Oh, Justin Bieber, add it. You know what I mean? What they'll do is they play the slow game. They wait for other stations to experiment and play it. And then if it reacts positively, then they add it. So I don't want to make a blanket
How do you
statement.
gauge the reaction from radio?
Yeah, that I can't answer.
What the?
I'm just a jock. I'm not a music director. I'm not a PD.
There's
Man, I
like,
want to know then. Now I got to know.
There's studies. There's studies. They buy research. They buy research for this.
buy research.
Yes, like I don't
it's a lot
quote me
of
on
weird.
this, but
It's a lot of weird roundabout ways to figure
Edison
it out.
Sounds like
research.
politics.
Partially,
They're probably you're right.
So-
For sure. I'm not gonna say there's not.
but there's definitely you can see. I don't know exactly what it is, but
well-
you see there's ways to track it, but it's not very accurate. So a lot of it is you just it's a lot of guesswork and a lot of.
Well, you got to
asking.
go. They always say part gut, part science,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the other part, I don't know right now.
I just like for radio specific, like for example, the Roddy Ricch song, like
The box.
The Box.
You know that song's a hit though. Like we
it's
don't
a-
even need to be.
I didn't
I know
know.
that, but we know that because of like the response as well, like online as far as like SoundCloud, and blew up. And then I believe that radio picked it up after all
You're
that.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
To me, that's a perfect example. I don't know if Harry Styles was like that, where it was circulating on SoundCloud. Oh, did you hear the SoundCloud song by Harry Styles? Oh my God, it's put on radio. It was like, hey, we know that this is gonna be our hit song. Radio, play it, and then it's a hit song because it's Harry Styles. So like it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, as far as gauging it.
Yes. You ask good questions. You're right. I just don't want to like say the things. I just want to answer it because I don't know all the answers. But you're also right. Discovery also comes from. You're right. A lot of these people are now discovering music off all those platforms, the TikToks, the SoundClouds. They're listening for new artists. So discovery comes from that. Whereas normally it would never come from that. So you're right. But
it's amazing to see how it's changed, though. Like these songs that blew up on TikTok and just going viral through other means. And the radio's like, oh, we got to play this song. Dude, like these are songs that never would have gotten airplay.
Yeah,
right.
Before it got viral on TikTok.
Right.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Podcast companies tied in with record labels now. I mean, it's just it's a lot to absorb. I don't know all the specifics, but I mean,
it's the Illuminati. There's a team of
has
white dudes on a table deciding which songs to play on the radio.
For sure. I know that's how they do like movies. Or like I heard about the rating system in movies, like what they like. There's like a whole thing where they like, all right, we're gonna rate it PG-13, we're gonna rate it R, and it's like all these people like no one knows who they are.
Yeah,
but they're like
the rating systems. Yeah.
They're like children's of like super famous or rich people like from way back in the day, and they just are connected, and they're like no one knows who they are,
It's
but they
super
come
mysterious
in with their mocha latte, and like, it's funny as hell. From what I read,
I like pumpkin spice myself.
Non-fat skim
Pumpkin
latte.
spice. That's coming up season.
It already out.
Are you a fan or no?
No,
Like,
I
do you
just,
get into
I just
spirit
like the
of
memes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good ones. The thing with pumpkin
I
spice.
hate pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I don't know
it's so
about
good.
it.
The problem is it's so expensive.
And like you can't drink pumpkin spice when it says hot outside.
What do you mean? That's like saying you can't have a bowl of pho because it's hot outside. You
No,
can have
that's
pho whenever
different.
you
Pho
want.
you can is a year-long treat. But
Explain that to me.
but like pumpkin spice is like, oh, I think of pumpkin spice, I think of Halloween, I think of the holidays. And you think of the holidays, you think winter, you think cold
You think about
weather.
like mood.
It's the vibe, right? It's that fall. It's that fall.
That makes sense. You should
it's
not be
that
drinking
fall
pumpkin
vibe.
spice in the summer.
But
Yeah.
it is at the end of the day. Take away all that. I get what you're saying. It's a good tasting drink, man.
I was talking to my wife yesterday, and we were
About the
walking
same
by. We were going to Dunkin' Donuts, which is right by this In-N-Out.
Hey.
And
With the
plug.
Starbucks straw.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I kind of.
You hate to see it.
If people know me, they know exactly what I do. Anyway.
But anyway, it was like around 10 a.m. or something like that, maybe like 9. And there was people like kind of like there's a few people coming to In-N-Out. I'm like, dude, if you're getting burger in the morning like this late, you're a psychopath.
Wait, what time?
It was like 10 a.m.
Oh,
That's weird, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
I was like, you're a psychopath if you're getting a burger this
I
early.
I agree with the only rebuttal is people who work nights.
I get that. So like to me,
Because
I'm
I
like,
used to do that too. Because I would work weird ass
Right.
hours, and by that time it's your dinner time.
Right.
And I'm
but like 10 a.m. like. I can understand like 5 or 6 a.m. I get
Yeah.
that. But 10 a.m. like, yo, y'all should be in bed coming up.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's a
the
good point.
one is this right near that plaza with the Boston
It's in Daly
market?
City.
Yeah, it's in Daly City across from that big outside plaza.
No.
In-N-Out.
By the
no?
Krispy Kreme?
There's an In-N-Out by
By the Krispy Kreme, right? Or is it the other one?
that's the other
Krispy
one.
Kreme.
Yeah.
That's right. I didn't
Okay.
go, it wasn't Dunkin'
Yeah,
Donuts.
no,
My bad.
I always wonder. I always
Krispy Kreme
wonder-
is smacking too. They have good coffee.
They smack.
I always wonder what the sense of urgency is. You know what I mean? You're right. I've seen In-N-Out packed at just very weird hours, and I always wonder behind, what's going on in people's minds. What's the sense of urgency for the line to be a mile long?
It's
at
a
like
hype.
10 a.m.
It's a hype.
It's a hype.
Hype.
Yeah, I like In-N-Out. It's not the best burger.
In-N-Out is overrated.
Well, yeah.
I love
Whataburger
In-N-Out.
smacks,
Bro.
bro. Do we have a Whataburger out here?
No.
That's our issue out here in
That's
San
where
Francisco.
you're at. Yeah.
When we get a Whataburger, that's when we'll see some
Water.
success in this state.
I do like last night, not to take
Arizona got Whataburger, bro. I think it's the only reason
You mean
why it's holding
Whataburger?
up. Huh?
Whataburger?
Whataburger. Sorry,
Whataburger,
my bad.
Sounds like you say
WH.
water. Sounds like you said Waterburger.
I know. My bad.
Is that your
I've
accent?
been saying that for years.
There's a promo right now if you like burgers, the Counter Burger. Buy one, you get the other one half for any meal.
You
Where's
get half
that?
of a burger.
There's just around. No, you get half price.
Okay.
So you get.
Where's this at?
The Counter Burgers.
Oh, the counter.
They have one
oh,
here
the
in-
counter.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
counter.
I got it. I
They have
never
one
been
here
there.
in San Mateo and just around, but it's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry.
But pumpkin spice, I was equating that the same
vibe.
thing as like pumpkin spice in summertime. You could be a psychopath. Is what
For
I'm
sure.
saying.
I just like it in general. I just think it's super expensive. But
Of course.
Anyway.
You can make your own. It's not too hard.
where you can get the pumpkin spice?
To make a pumpkin spice latte at home?
Where do you
Easy.
get the
Where can you grow pumpkins?
Yeah.
You
No.
get a whole pumpkin, pour coffee in the pumpkin,
yeah.
and drink the pumpkin.
No,
Nice.
where do you get the pumpkin spice? Seriously.
Safeway, it's a little bottle. It says pumpkin spice on
It's
it.
the same. It'll taste exactly the same.
Exactly the same, bro.
Really?
Promise. On everything.
Okay.
That's it. Pour that in your coffee, and it's pumpkin spice latte.
I'm a Safeway guy, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was there last night. I didn't see
They
it.
probably have it. It's
You probably weren't looking for it like that.
Yeah,
though.
you got to find it.
Bro,
They have
there's-
it now because it's the same pumpkin spice you use when you make pumpkin pie. And they definitely have that.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
okay.
we got off topic.
We we were set to talk about Amazon smart carts, but let's talk about Chadwick Boseman next. If we have time for Amazon, we can talk about that last. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Sure.
word.
Okay.
R.I.P. Man, I was really upset when I saw that.
I still can't believe it.
I'm really upset. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
me not
For
go ahead.
people who don't know,
Yeah.
which you should by now, but like he was fighting colon cancer for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And like no one knew. Like
he didn't tell anyone
nobody
about
knew.
it.
Like that's a crazy thing. Like all these clips of him from like within these 4 years of him doing all this cool and like fun stuff, and like this whole time he was fighting cancer. It gets me, man. It's too sad.
Just a quick backstory. Obviously, people know him from Black Panther. He was in 21 Bridges. Haven't seen that yet. Also,
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie, that's 42, right? And then Get On Up, right?
I haven't seen that one. But yeah.
Yep.
Get On Up. That was the story of it's hurting my. I look bad.
James
right now.
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh,
you.
word.
Thank you.
He killed that. by the
Did
way.
he? I'd never seen it. Was it really good?
The Five
Yes.
Bloods. Did you finish that yet? I saw part
I
of
haven't
it.
started it.
It's directed by Spike Lee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just for me, I have to watch things like like twice when they're like super. There's a lot of layers to it.
You have to
has a
think
lot of
about it,
layers
yeah.
to yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we were talking on the phone about it last night. But I mean, I think it pretty much in agreement with everyone saying what's amazing is that he never asked for like, because when someone is like sick or something really detrimental is happening in their life, I don't want to say they're asking for pity, but they make it public, and for different reasons, right? But he never, because I was watching past interviews, I was doing all the research and looking at his past interviews, he never mentioned it once.
No,
So I
never.
kind of speak to his character, huh?
Yeah. He seems like a really good guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like a talented actor and like I don't know. And even with like
Selfless.
yeah, selfless. And like even when he was like after Black Panther came out and it was like this big deal, he was always seemed super gracious about like people coming up to him being like, yeah, you're Black Panther and doing the Wakanda thing. Like he was right. He was always like he always seemed so gracious with stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There was an interview he did, and he was talking about 2 kids that are terminally ill, like young kids, and they knew that their time was numbered.
Yeah.
All they wanted to do was live to be able to see Black Panther. That's how much they looked up to him and looked up to what the movie stood for them. And he started crying on
Yeah, I
you can't
saw
plan
that.
stuff. He started crying during the interview. So
Yeah, talking about it.
yeah, I think that's when you know someone is who they are. As a
For
person.
sure.
I think you get to know someone's
100%.
character based off that, because you can't fake tears.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's.
I'm sure you have a lot
sad.
to say because you were telling me yesterday when we were talking on the phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does speak a lot to his character and the fact that he was, working, and doing all these movies within those 4 years, and making money, and I hope that he like enjoyed, everything he was doing while he was doing it. I mean, it just kind of makes me think about, nothing is promised for us. Tomorrow's
Yeah.
never promised for us. The only thing we can promise really is death. As sad as that might be, but I think at the same time it's like, let's make the most of our time. So and I guess to me, like I guess I have a few issues as far as like I wish we had a society. To me, it's like I think it's amazing he was doing those movies, but like he was still like working, right?
Yeah.
I wish that like we had like a way where let's say we didn't have to worry about paying bills to make sure we're making money and stuff like that, so that if we're sick, we can focus on like getting better, like 100%. You know what I mean? Of course, I've got to give him props for like working and doing all those things. It shows how strong he was, during that time. But as far as like people that are probably gonna be sick or sick right now that still have to go to work, whether it's acting, whether it's going and working at Safeway as a cashier. I mean, they have to work through it to pay bills.
Yeah.
Some
are risking their life to do it. I get it.
Yeah, so it just kind of, to me, it's it's sad.
It
he's
is sad, 'cause
43, man.
Then there's a lot like kind of what you were saying too. And I think for someone like him, he was in I don't want to say lucky, but like he I could only assume that he wanted to do those things. Like if you're sick,
I would say so.
You want to
I'm
do.
glad you said that.
You want to do what makes you happy, and that's I would assume for him is acting and pursuing his art form and making movies and portraying these characters.
Is it feasible? And again, this is just, just taking a guess, but is it feasible that he didn't want to make it public? Maybe A, because he's private, B, because he didn't want to make it about him and he wanted his work to speak for itself and put out all this great work so people are doing exactly what we're doing now, talking about it, remembering, and maybe changing. Is that possible? He wanted to put out as much content and work as possible and let that speak for itself. Because
I would hope
he
so.
knew, obviously,
so.
that he didn't know, I don't know how long that he'd be alive, right?
Yeah.
He didn't make this about him.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
For sure. I would hope that he would want to, like you said, he would want to just make the things that he wanted to make, and that would make an impact without it being about him.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to definitely make the most of his time.
Why do you think? I mean, I kind of said what I'm taking a guess at, but why do you think he chose to keep it private? Like, he didn't mention it at all.
He seems like he's a private person.
Yeah,
in
like
general.
do you know anything else about him? I don't.
I don't
know
That's what I'm
anything.
saying.
He went to Howard University.
Right. Well, yeah, that's like, those are things like you
Wikipedia
can
stuff.
like publicly look up, right? But as
Yeah.
far as him sharing like, deep things, and I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think,
agree.
just because you're a public figure doesn't mean like everyone's got to know your whole life, your background. Like sometimes like I think, some things should just be for people that like are close to you. Like they earn that. They earn that information. Same thing as like, I don't know, sharing the bed with somebody. You know what I mean? Like somebody earns that privilege to be with you in that space, so I feel like that falls in the category.
And I'm so glad we do this podcast. I've always wondered, I didn't post anything about him, not because I wasn't aware. I didn't post anything about it because I feel like kind of weird. Like, is it weird to say like a bandwagoner? What do you guys honestly?
Because everyone posts like a picture of him and stuff.
I didn't do any of that. How do you guys feel about people that post it? I don't want to assume anything of other people that post it, but all of a sudden everyone's posting it, rest in peace, and all the things that we see. Any thoughts?
I think it's a combination of people just wanting to express condolences, even though obviously there's no way to reach the people who are genuinely affected by his passing.
What do the condolences do, though? Is this a stupid question? Like when people do that,
it's not a stupid question.
In life, like in general.
I honestly want to know when people that I know or kind of know, including myself. I haven't watched all his stuff. I don't know really much about him besides Black Panther. I have an idea of what he stood for, but that's another reason why I don't want to post his stuff, because I feel like a poser. So I feel like other people are being, not everyone, but people I know definitely they're doing it out of like, I guess they almost feel like.
They feel like they have to?
Yeah. Like, this is not even him, just in
so.
general. Like, do you get what I'm saying? How do you feel about that?
I'm sure there's people that feel like they have to, I guess, for some reason. But I think
out of respect
for you, shoot, I low-key lost what I was gonna say.
Like, I have to really care about it, right? Like, I care about it, but just because.
Do
you really have to post something to care about something?
I think that condolences do matter, because it's the same thing as like, man, my day sucks. And then like someone's like, man, like I hope it gets better. It's kind of like the same thing as like prayers, right? Like, as far as like putting energy out to the universe, it falls in that category, like, I hope your day gets better. I hope you get that job, bro. Like little things like that, instead of saying like, you're not going to get that job. That energy is real. That energy goes out to the universe. So same thing as like my condolences to his family. It's like, I wish him the best. I wish, his family the best. Like, my condolences. And then and at the same time, like, people that are sharing it, I think most people were like a fan of Black Panther.
Absolutely.
They were a fan of what he did. He did.
And were
Jackie
affected by
Robinson.
his work in some way. It
Right.
hit them,
I mean,
it made them feel
most
a certain
people.
way.
I mean, the Avengers the freaking saga was like the biggest saga in ever.
Yeah.
And he was a part of that, and I think made it even bigger with the standalone Black Panther movie. So it doesn't matter what your politics are. Like, everyone likes Avengers, and everyone liked him as the Black Panther.
Like everyone loves Black
Everyone
Panther.
loved the Black Panther. He's the freaking, to me, the dopest one.
Hell yeah.
Like as far
all
as
the
like,
way.
Like I remember when I saw it when he was with the in the Civil War movie, when he showed the Civil War, I'm like, oh, this dude's badass.
Yeah.
Like the way he was flipping and just dope. So anyway,
Hell yeah. I'm about to rewatch that tonight.
Me too, bro. I'm about to do like an appreciation watch, man.
100%.
I was thinking about doing that
I
last
forget.
night.
Was that you who posted like because they're gonna show Black Panther on television as like a
That's great.
like a thing.
Isn't it like on Disney Plus or something?
It's on Disney Plus, but like ABC, the channel is gonna play Black Panther and like afterwards
Yeah.
like remembrance.
They should
like,
play all
thing.
his movies. They should play Jack Robinson.
And they're gonna do a commercial free, which I think
That's
is
great.
cool.
Good.
So that they're not selling
They're
ad
not
time on
selling,
this.
right.
So like they're just playing it in appreciation. I
I'm
think that's
sure-
a great way to do it.
I'm sure there's foundations or there's charities right now as far as when it comes to colon cancer, but there
For sure,
there definitely
man.
should be a movement on that. Have you guys, not to take too long on this, but have you guys ever thought about colon cancer? Do you guys know anything about that? I've always been worried about it, even when I was like young.
It's a scary way. It's a scary like
Dude.
thought. Like I wouldn't.
So the stats behind it is that you got to get checked when you're 50, but I mean, anything can happen, but usually it's like genetic and it's more prone
yeah,
to
he was
certain-
43, so
I know,
I'm
that's-
assuming he got checked.
So young, dude. 43.
Like that's
Yeah.
just, that's just
crazy.
weird. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
But they do say, I did some research. They say it is prone with African Americans. Don't know why exactly. Not quite sure.
I mean, isn't it connected to like health and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There's a
You
lot.
think
Of,
that's
there's a
something-
lot. Of, there's a lot of factors.
That's a deeper conversation.
Deeper conversation.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about next episode, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I thought it was a great conversation. Amazon smart carts, you're gonna have to wait.
Sorry, Amazon.
Sorry, Amazon.
Amazon getting the short end of the stick again.
Right?
Man, Amazon can't catch a break.
Can't.
Jeff Bezos, is that his name? Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos.
I think
Jeff
so.
Bezos.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
maybe.
We'll see.
We'll
He'll
see.
be fine. Appreciate you for checking out the channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any guests you think might be good for this podcast, we're open to talking to everyone. And yeah, man, thanks for messing with us. Till next time.
Woohoo.
Peace.
Thank you.